I voluntarily entered a prison where I could lose my life at any moment just to get close to Larry, a psychopathic murderer. All the inmates here suffer from mental illness, so I had to pretend to take medication as well. When I tried to communicate with Larry, he responded with extreme indifference and ignored me completely. During mealtime, I tried to talk to Larry again, but still received no response. However, my father's sudden visit brought disaster. He used his police officer's status to try to get me special treatment from the guards, but this exposed my undercover identity. My father had made this mistake because he had become confused after suffering a stroke. Blaming him now was pointless. I could only risk continuing my undercover mission. The guard enthusiastically agreed to help me and let me get close to the mafia boss for protection. Soon I got in touch with the boss in prison. Because we shared the same Italian heritage, I got the boss's protection. But if I betrayed him, I'd pay with my life. And all of this was the prison guard's scheme. To get close to Larry again, I followed him to the TV room. Larry obviously liked this crime show. Then a prisoner rushed in and changed the TV channel. Larry complained, but the inmates spat at him in insult. At that moment I decided to seize the opportunity. I walked over and switched the channel back to the original program. The inmate threatened me to switch the channel back immediately, but I punched him in the face and wildly swung my fists until the prison guard stopped me and locked me in a cell. I hurriedly calmed my breathing and stopped acting like a madman. After being locked up for a whole day, I was finally released. This time Larry actually approached me first, and I finally took the first step toward my goal, so I took the opportunity to chat with Larry about life in prison. But before we could say much, the guard from before came over. It turned out that after my father exposed his police identity, the guard investigated and found that there was an issue with my identity when I was imprisoned. And the only possible explanation for coming to this prison under a false identity was that I was an undercover agent, and I had actively approached the mafia boss. If the guard exposed my undercover identity, I would definitely be brutally killed by the mafia boss. The guard used this to extort $100,000 from me. I could only seek help from the female agent who had arranged for me to go undercover, but the undercover plan was arranged privately by the female agent, and she couldn't apply for $100,000 in funds for me. Even if the plan were terminated early to get me out of this prison, it would still take 2 weeks. And there's worse news. Larry confessed to a murder case, but he has solid alibi evidence. Now even the female agent can't confirm whether Larry is the murderer, but I have no other choice. I must quickly determine where Larry buried the body to be released from prison.